Hello, I'm Bob the Veil Guy, and I wanted to present to you with some experimenting that I'm doing with the Escort Max 360, which is Escort's new top-of-the-line dash mount radar detector, which has two antennas, one facing in the forward, one facing to the rear, and it has arrows as well. So we wanted to just show you some behaviors on how the arrows work, and what I'm going to do here is use a fixed K-band source that is over to the passenger side of this vehicle, and what we're going to do is power this detector up and show you exactly how the arrows function. So I hope you enjoy it. Okay, we're powering up the Max 360. You're going to see it's going to take some time for the detector to settle down and doesn't immediately alert. And again, remember the source is facing us, and there you go. So it's about, I think, 20 or 30 seconds for the detector to settle down. Now you can see the arrow is facing to the rear. So let me move this a little bit and see if we can do this. So we lost sight of it. Let's see. Okay, now we're getting the alert to the rear. Now we're in a display mode, which is showing, it can show up to 4 frequencies or 4 radar bands without the frequency counter. But each of the 4, very interestingly enough, has 2 signal strength graphs or bars for each band, which I find very nice. So in the case of what you can see here briefly, the red bar, which is the right side of that bar, of the right side of the bars, is red, and that is for the rear detection. Okay, now you'll see the arrows and the signal strength. Now look at that K-band. You'll see the green bar, which is showing 2. And the arrow is pointing forward, which means it's coming from behind here. Now, if I turn this to the side, you'll see the green bar does go down in signal strength, but the arrow is still pointing. Excuse me. And we lose it. If I turn it back, you can see we reacquire the source. We got 3 bars. Now if I turn it around and face it, we lose it, and now we require it. So what I'm going to do, and you can see the red bars in the back. We're maybe a little too far away here. Here we go. Now I'm going to return it. You'll see there is a delay, and it looks to be that the arrows do change, and there's a little bit of a lag. You can see the green bar, there's no red. But if I turn it around, there's some delay here, and we lost the signal. We're too far away from the, we're going to have to do this again. Okay, now you can see the Valentine is alerting to the K source. And we're going to turn it to the side. And we lose it. But you see it went to the rear briefly. And we're going to slightly turn it. You can see we're getting an idea for the off-axis detection. I'm going to move that around so you can basically see the angle Here we're basically pointing to the B pillar on the passenger side, and the sign is down here, so we'd go to here, and now you can see it. We're going to turn it around. You can see the time it takes for the arrows to change. Do it again. Okay. See how quickly the arrows change? Okay, we're pointing the Valentine now towards the sign. And the rear arrow is alerting. And you can see it changes. So there you go. We're going to bring the Max 360 up again, and let's look at how it alerts. Okay, we're going to take the Max 360 and point it towards the source. See, it's pretty quick to acquire. This is with TSR off. You can see the bar signal strength bars are showing about 3 of them on the green on the left side below the K, which means it's the front-facing antenna. When I say front, that means of the back of the detector facing the sign. Technically, it's the rear of the detector, but facing front. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to turn it around, and you can see the red bar showing, which is the rear now, or the front of the detector now facing. And I got to do that again because I don't think I was showing you the arrows. I'm going to turn it around. Okay. Now I'm going to turn it around. Nope, we lost it. So even now it's showing the rear. It's still initially alerted to the front, interestingly enough. We're going to do this one more time. We'll go around. And then we're going to face it. So it takes time. So looks like the bar graphs show the signal strength change transitions quicker than the arrows do. So that looks like that can be improved with the software, because it looks as though the detector is seeing the signal strength variations between the 2 antennae. And we're going to do it one more time. Okay, now we're going to watch the latch time, so I'm going to drop it down. There you go. I'm going to bring it up again. And I'm going to bring it down. So there you have it. There's the Max 360. Okay, now we're going to try the Max 360 in the same scenario, but with TSR on. And we're going to see the changes, if there are any, or what we can observe between having it off and having it on to the same K-band source. So here we go. I'm going to bring it up. Seems to still be pretty quick picking that source up. I'm encouraged to see that. The TSR delay seems to be quite a bit less now, so it seems like they're using the advanced signal processing of their processing power to reject, and I wouldn't say even filter, but reject the automotive systems, because it is quieter without TSR for many of them. And then with TSR to even do a better job at rejecting those signals, or filtering those in that case, We're going to move it down, out of way, to watch the latch time, how long it continues the alert once it's out of the band detection. I'm going to bring it back up again. Seems to be pretty quick, so much better than the previous detectors that are using TSR, which had quite a bit of delay. And the TMF, TMF2 actually on the Valentine do the same kind of thing. So anyway, we'll let that second detection go away. Picking up 2K now. We're seeing a ghost of a reflection here. Okay, so here we go. And I'm going to turn it around. And there are the arrows. One more time with TSR on. So you can see the bars do pick up the change in detections between both antennas pretty quickly. But the arrows lag what appears to me to be about 2 seconds behind. So I suspect with software they can tighten that up a little bit with future firmware. Okay, now here's this K-band source that we're passing. It's picking up the second one already, and the bars on the left, we just passed the source. Now you can see the rear is holding on to it a little bit more, which would be correct. Now we're picking up the other source ahead of us, facing the other direction. And the green signal strength is showing that on that left side. As we get closer, see the rear antenna that's facing the rear here is picking up that, and then it's going to transition as we pass the source. They're equal at the moment, and now the red is showing a bit stronger than the green, which is what we would expect. So really nice display mode here, and we can look at 4 of these. And we're picking up another K, and that is because we're coming to some K-band door openers. Now we're picking up a third one, and we have one over here to our right and likely one here over to our left from 2 different retail locations. So really nice that you can see both. You can see the blinking arrows are indicating where it's detecting the strongest of the stronger of the 2. Really a nice metering. Okay, there you have it. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it and found it informative. And don't forget to subscribe. And as we drive more with the V1 as well as the Max 360, as we do our reviews, you'll be able to get them when we post them up. Thanks for watching again.